Hey everyone, today I am back doing another video, and as you can probably tell by what you're seeing and of course the title of the video, I'm going to be doing a updated what's on my phone. I am finally making this video for you guys. This is a long time, very requested video. I did tell you guys that I was going to be making it eventually, but everyone was very impatient. I understand. Everyone really wanted to see this video, but the most important thing is I'm doing it right now for you guys. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump on right into this video. So if you would like to see everything that is on my phone, then just keep on watching. So first things first, the kind of phone that I have is the iPhone 6s. As you can see, that's just what it looks like right there. I don't have a case on it currently just because I just wanted to show you guys what the phone looks like in case, you know, you were wondering what it looked like. But if you would like to see an updated phone case collection, I will link that down in the description box down below if you have not already seen that. And then here's obviously the screen of my phone. I do have one of those like glass protectors on it, which I don't know if you can see like down here. It's like very cracked. I've had it for basically since I got my phone. So it's been like a couple years, I would say. A little over a year. Yeah, it's very cracked around the edges. I should probably eventually get a new one, but it works very well protecting my actual screen on my phone. So first things first, I'm just going to show you all my lock screen, which is just that right there. And of course it is just a picture of me and Luke at Disney World, just a proposal picture. And then on the iPhones, you can swipe a couple different ways. If you swipe this way, if I can get it, there we go. It brings up the camera, so it's just kind of a quick, easy access, which I really do like that. And then you can also swipe this way, which this just like lists a bunch of random things. I don't really use this kind of screen main menu thing, but I mean, it's there. You can get to apps more quickly. I think these are like the most used apps. And then you have like your calendar up here, and then I know you can edit this to like get different widgets and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't really mess with this because I just don't ever use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock my phone, and this is my, oh, I have an email. This is my home screen. Again, another picture of me and Luke when we were at the Red Wings game. And this is kind of something new that I did, but I just decided to put all my apps in like different folders. I've had it like this for a little while now, but I don't know. I feel like I'm still kind of getting used to it. I'm not sure if I completely love it yet or if I want all of the apps like how they originally are just on the screen, but I don't really know. That's what I have going on so far. And then when the phone is unlocked, you have the same menu thing over here to the left. Again, don't use it like I already said. But yeah, this is my main home screen. And then of course, if you swipe down, you can get all your notifications and things like that. And then if you swipe up, if I can get it, there we go. You just have like all these different little widgets and things. Like you have airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You can adjust the brightness. You have flashlight, camera, a bunch of different things down there just for quick, easy access. Yeah, I think those are all of the basics on the iPhone. So now I will just go ahead and get into showing you guys everything on my phone, like my apps. So to start off with the apps that I have on like the bottom row of my phone, I have FaceTime, Messages, Phone, and Settings. Those are just kind of like the basic cell phone apps in my opinion. And then of course settings is just settings where you basically can find anything. So those are just the kind of apps that I like to have in this little banner down here that are just quick, easy access. And of course, obviously, it is a cell phone. Even though cell phones nowadays, obviously, you have a bunch of different apps and games and social media and everything like that. But like, these are basically what I use the most, you know, to call people, to text people, things like that. So those are the kind of apps that I like to have down here. And then up here is where I have all of my folders, which I have them divided up according to category. So I have 8 different folders. I'm just going to start up here and read through them all. So this app we have social, which are obviously all of my social media accounts, apps. The next one I have E and YT, which is just Etsy and YouTube. The third one is just called extra apps, which those are just more, I guess, random apps. So yeah, those are just kind of little extras that really don't have like their own specific category. The The fourth one I just have labeled as stores, which are basically stores. So I have my Amazon app. I also have my App Store in there. Starbucks, more things like that. And of course, I'm going to be opening all these up so you can see or get a better look at all of the apps that I have in each folder. So now to move on to this row, I have photos, which is obviously like my pictures, my camera, things like that. Next folder I have is tools, which is where I have like my clock, calculator, things like that. The third one on the second row is games, which is where I obviously have all of my games. And last but not least, I have miscellaneous, which are basically apps that I don't ever use. So yeah, that's just kind of a quick look of everything that is on my home screen. And now I will go ahead and get into showing you guys each of the specific apps that are in each of these folders. So to start with the social folder, I'm just going to go ahead and open that up. And like I said, this is where I have basically all of my social media accounts. So I have Instagram, Facebook, my Facebook Messenger app, Pinterest, Snapchat, and Twitter. Of course, if you want to follow me on any of my social networking sites, those will be linked in the description box down below. Alright, so that is everything that I have in the social folder. The next folder is E and YT, which again is YouTube and Etsy related apps. So of course I have my YouTube app, and then I also have my Sell on Etsy app, and then the Pages Manager. The Pages Manager is for my Etsy and YouTube Facebook pages. I can get to my Facebook pages on my personal Facebook app, but when it comes to like replying to people's comments, answering messages, it never lets me do it. So that's why I have this separate app. It's just easier to get in contact with you guys, or for you guys to get in contact with me and basically get a reply back from me. So that's why I have that app. Kind of similar with the Sell on Etsy app. I can obviously get to my Etsy shop on my other main Etsy app, which is coming up in the next couple of folders, I believe. But this one is just easier to see like any of my analytics, get a better look at like any open orders that I have, get a better look at like my actual listings, things like that. So these can be accessed through other apps, but these are just easier to use. So yeah, that's all that is in my Etsy and YouTube folder. The third folder I have is extra apps. So I'll go ahead and open this up. I have a couple different, whoops, there we go. I have a couple different pages, as you can see. So I'll just start with the first one up here. This is a Color Note app, which is just a notes app. All phones do come with their own like memo pad or notes app already on them, but I really like this Color Note one. The Color Note app, it's just a little bit more customizable. You can like color code different things. You can make checklists. You can just make like an actual notepad or memo pad. I've always had the Color Note app on all my other phones, and I just really like it. So that's why I have it on this phone. Next is just my Contacts app. Third is my iHeartRadio app, which I love to listen to, obviously, for my local radio stations. I also like listening to 102.7 Kiss FM, I believe that's it. That is, I believe, LA's radio station. I really like to listen to that too. Next is the InstaFit app, and that's basically just to get any of your photos to fit or get any of your photos to size for the Instagram app. I think we've all had that issue if you have an Instagram account yourself, that you have a picture and you want to upload it on Instagram, but because Instagram has their like specific square boxy cut for pictures, if that makes any sense, sometimes it's hard to fit full pictures in, anything like that. So this app just makes it a little bit easier to make the whole picture fit on Instagram. Next app is my Kindle app, my Amazon Kindle. I like to be able to have this on my phone if I have a book that I'm currently reading on my Kindle, and if I don't have my Kindle with me, or if I'm just taking my phone somewhere and I want to read, that is easy access, which I really do like that app. The next app is called Layout, which is basically to make different collages of pictures, which I like to use obviously for Instagram and for my Facebook pages. The next two apps are just basic apps that come on the phone, which is obviously Mail, Email, and then Maps. The last app on this current page in this extra apps folder is PixArt, which is another one of my favorite photo editing apps. You can make collages, you can edit your photos any certain way, you can add text on your photos, so I really do like this app. And if any of you guys are wondering, all of the apps that I have downloaded on my phone are free, so that's a plus if you like any of these apps that I'm showing you. To go to the next page in this app, I have the Safari app, and then I also have a Quizlet app, which I love my Quizlet, and I'm sure if you're a high school student, especially a college student, you probably love it too. But yeah, Quizlet is where you can make your own note cards, you can share note cards with other people, so you can find other people's note cards on there. The one thing I really like about Quizlet is not only can you like make note cards and just kind of study note cards the old-fashioned way, basically flipping through them. They have games on Quizlet, which I find very helpful when I'm studying, so that's why I really like Quizlet. So yeah, that is everything that is in the extra apps folder. The next folder we're going to go into is stores. So like I said, for the stores app, I just have a bunch of different stores. So first we have Amazon. Next we have the App Store, which is just obviously where I download all of the apps onto my phone. Next is the Cartwheel app, which is through Target, and you can go on there, you can type in products, you can scan products when you're in the store at Target, and it'll let you know if like certain items are on sale or if there's any deals going on. I've only used that once because when I was going shopping at Target the last couple of times, the employee actually recommended it to me, and I got a good amount off on my purchase. So I just keep that on there for easy access. I don't really shop at Target too much, but I could always appreciate a good deal. Next is the Etsy app. This one up here, right here, that I'm covering up with my thumb is just my bank app. This app right here is the Poshmark app, which is basically an app or a site where you can sell gently used items like accessories, purses. I like to sell my old phone cases for when I had my Samsung phones and everything like that. So if you're interested, my Poshmark is also linked in the description box down below. And then the last two in the stores folder is the Redbox app, which is obviously the place where you can rent movies for super cheap. And then I also have my Starbucks app. So that's everything that I have in the stores folder. Now we're gonna move on to this row. So like I said, for photos, if I can get it open, why is it not opening? There we go. So in the photos folder, obviously I only have my camera and then obviously my photos, pretty self-explanatory. So the next folder is the tools folder, which is where I keep my calculator, my clock, and my calendar. Those obviously already come on the iPhone. So the third folder are all of my games, and again, I have a couple different pages on here, so just start from the very beginning. I have Bingo Heaven, which is just obviously an app where you play bingo. Kind of sounds nerdy, but it's actually a lot of fun, and I really enjoy that game, or that app. The next four are pretty similar. So I have Bubble Witch 2, Candy Crush Soda, I believe, and then Cookie Jam. And those, maybe you're more familiar with one than the other, but they're basically all the same thing. Well, I guess Bubble Witch is a little bit differently. You just want to pop all the bubbles by like matching the colors. So I guess it's a little bit different, but in that perspective, it is a little bit similar to like the Candy Crush apps and the Cookie Jams. So obviously the Candy Crush apps and the Cookie Jam, you want to match similar shapes, colors, candies, all that jazz. I'm sure some of you have played these games before, especially Candy Crush. That is a very popular game. Yeah, even though all those apps are games are pretty similar, I still like to play each of them. The next app or game in this folder is probably my favorite, and that is Emoji Blitz. I guess, yeah, that would be pretty similar with the Candy Crushes, the Cookie Jams, and things like that. Those are basically, you just want to match Disney characters. Sometimes there's like daily objectives, or there's like different events going on where you can win coins, you can unlock new Disney characters, and each Disney character has like their own special power, if that makes any sense. I really love this game, not only because it's fun to play, but like I'm a huge Disney fan, so that just kind of adds to the fun of it. The next app is the Episode app, which is the game that I am currently playing most often, and this one is basically a bunch of different stories, but they're more interactive. So like each character, you play like a certain character in each of the stories. Obviously there's various stories, many different stories in this app, but you basically play one main character and you're kind of reading the story, but like I said, it's interactive, so you can participate in certain ways by either like choosing between a few different options, what your character says, what your character wears, things like that. And then obviously what you choose changes the story slightly. So I have been really enjoying that game. And then the last few games in here are like the With Friends app. So I have the Hanging with Friends, the Words with Friends, and then the Scramble with Friends, which I'm sure you all are familiar with, especially Words with Friends. That was the most popular out of all of those. I don't play these as often anymore, but I still keep them on there because occasionally if I get like really bored, I still find them fun to play. So the Hanging with Friends game is just like the game Hangman. Words with Friends is just like the game Scrabble, I believe. I've actually never played Scrabble. And then lastly, the Scramble with Friends is you basically compete with someone over the internet or with a friend, and you get like a box of different letters and you need to match the letters. Like you have to make words for points, and whoever like makes the most words out of the letters given wins. So that's basically what that is. And yeah, that is all of the games that I have on my phone. And the last folder in my phone is miscellaneous, and like I said, these are all apps that I don't ever use. I've actually never opened them. So first you have the Find iPhone, you have the Health app, Music app, and Wallet. I can't really give you too much information on what these are because like I said, I don't use them and I don't think I've ever even opened any of them. So yeah, that's basically everything that is on my phone, my iPhone currently. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you have any comments, questions, concerns about my iPhone, the apps on my iPhone, please make sure to let me know in the comments down below. And like I said, you can follow me on any of my social networking sites in the description box down below. They are always linked under all of my videos down there, so you can go ahead and check those out. And yeah, I'm gonna get going for now, but I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, everyone.